Week 12 of the NFL is here, and we have some pretty good games. We have some pretty interesting games, and we have an extremely, massively, brutally, potentially... No, I don't even know how to turn it. No, it's going to suck. Browns Raiders. It's going to suck. I don't want to watch it. Probably won't. But let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World.
You know, I wanted to give it a spin. I tried. I was like, could I go into maybe it could have implications for who's going to get the first overall pick, getting Shador. But no, there's just nothing to save that game, is there? Nothing whatsoever.
No, I don't even want to talk about it.
All right, fine. You know what? Let's not whatsoever. Let's just get into our regularly scheduled programming. But before we do, let me just give you a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. You know, you can just be with your friends and be like, hey, you wanna check out the video from this guy who knows even less about the NFL than you do? You fucking loser. This guy, he'll make you feel better for sucking so much because he sucks even more. So there you go. Also, if we reach 10,000 subs before the end of the season, I will go on a 10,000-mile road trip across America and record it. So we'll be doing Wild America, maybe even Wild Out America. I'm warming up to that idea a little bit. I don't know how my wife will feel about it, but you know, she doesn't have to know, right?
Well, how about
now that we're married, she doesn't still keep watching my content, right? Like that was like a dating thing.
That you're far past that.
Cool. All right. So we can be real here now. We can be for real. I
was wondering, why don't you do Girls Gone Wild America?
Girls Gone Wild America? I mean, I don't know, man. Tempting, but then I would have to go to places where I really don't want to go. Like, I don't really feel like going to New York per se. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not asking you to go to the jungle now.
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, like a little pit stop to Vegas and do it. I don't know, whatever. Like, don't distract me. You were the one who said you wanted to do this one quick. And here you are.
That's because I'm delirious.
Fair enough. All right, let's get into it. First off, mentioning head coaches that are currently in the hot seat. This is my opinion. First, but I've been right about two. So, head coach Brian Dable fired by the Giants. Head coach Brian Callahan fired by the Titans. So I've gotten two right. But I mean, this is like the one thing that's easy to predict, guys, in the NFL. Hot seat, we currently have Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniels, who might be saving his job after beating the Bills, after, you know, surviving an international game. No, I'm not. I think he's gone in Miami. Like I definitely think that he's might survive to the end of the season, but he's done so. We have Bengals head coach Zach Taylor, who, I mean, the one thing that he has going for him, well, he has two things. He has three things. One, the division totally open. This is actually a detriment to him because if his team hadn't sucked so badly, they would be in control of that division. Two, Joe Burrow appears to be practicing, so he may be returning sooner rather than later. And again, division sucks, so they still have a shot. And three, ownership historically famously cheap, so they might not cut his contract a minute before they have to. So still not good. Jets head coach, Aaron Glenn. Yeah, things are not looking too good in New York overall. It's been a rough first season. They've traded away a whole bunch of their players. Overall, he's not been particularly liked by the media, but you know, it's New York. Media will hate you anyway. So not a good start. We have Kevin Stefanski from the Browns because, you know, the Browns just suck always. They have a phenomenal defense, but, you know, they just can't get their heads out of their asses when it comes to offense. Cardinals head coach Gannon. I forget his name. I was going to say Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon. Nick Gannon? Is it Nick Gannon?
I thought it was Nick.
Whatever, Gannon.
You know what? He's Nick. Nah.
Fair enough.
Just
Arizona.
like it's always Chris Evans.
Exactly. Arizona's just been imploding this season after on paper looking better. They have a 3-7 record. They benched Kyler Murray. The defense doesn't look better at all. So yeah, not good for them there. And finally, the newest addition to the hot seat, I am adding one Raheem Morris, head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Again, massively disappointing season on offense, on defense. Your hand-picked quarterback got injured. Your $100 million backup sucks. Your record is 3-7. You just lost to divisional rival the Panthers, whose quarterback dropped 450 over 400 yards on you on your defense, and you're supposed to be a defensive guy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they fire him. Also, I mean, if you're the owner, there's got to be a little bit of buyer's remorse and I mentioned this last time, they could have had Bill Belichick. They interviewed Mike Vrabel, Jim Harbaugh, Ben Johnson, and Kevin O'Connell, and they hired Raheem frickin' Morris. Why? Because they were familiar with him. That's pretty much the only reason I can figure out. Also, because Bill Belichick, if they would have hired him, would have cleaned house of, the GM and all that. So he would have gotten quite a few people fired. And all those people were like, well, we don't want to lose our jobs. So now you might lose your jobs and you might have lost out on Bill Belichick. So congratulations. All those people you didn't fire when you had the chance ended up putting you in a situation that's basically quarterback hell. So congratulations, Falcons. This is what you get. Eric, you can close this one out if you want.
I mean, fucking Falcons, they're so fucking stupid, they can't even win the off season.
Right? Jesus Christ.
I fucking love it.
All right. Anyway, let's get into week 12, and it begins with what could have possibly been a banger, but now not really. So we got the Buffalo Bills visiting the Houston Texans. It's been confirmed CJ Stroud will not be ready to play in this game. So, I mean, I'm not even going to make it suspenseful. Bills, actually, no, let's discuss it a little bit. So, well, first off, I'm picking the Bills. Easy. The Houston Texans have nothing on offense. Their defense is pretty good, but they have nothing on offense. The Bills, I've said it for years now. Sean McDermott is a problem. And if you remember, there was a big to-do about during the offseason, the Bills only doing stuff to help their defense. Only doing the draft was basically 90% defensive players. Most of the offseason acquisitions, they were big defensive names. They got Joey Bosa in there and all that stuff. The defense is the weak part of this team. They can run the ball on them. They can throw the ball on them. So Sean McDermott is supposedly a defensive guy. I would put him in the hot seat if it wasn't for the fact that he's in the AFC Championship game pretty much every season, but Jesus Christ, what the fuck do you do here? What does he do? What is one thing that he provides to this team that nobody else could? Because right now it's man, I could be the head coach of a team with freaking Josh Allen. I'm pretty sure. So what exactly does he do there in Buffalo? Buffalo fans, are you happy with Sean McDermott? I doubt it, because I don't see what he brings to the table, being a defensive guy and your big weakness being on defense. So I don't know. Eric, what do you think? Oh, by the way, I picked the Bills.
Well, I was going to pick the Bills, and I even thought CJ was going to play, so now I super pick him.
All right.
But man, I guess on the McDermott part, it's hard to tell because I feel like we're finally gonna know if the Chiefs miss the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I think we're finally gonna know what the actual ceiling for the Bills is, because I think the Chiefs in the playoffs, they're just this demon for the Bills. They just can't get over. So if they don't have to worry about that at all, then maybe this time they go all the way.
Maybe. Doubt it. See what God says. God went away. God picked the Bills as well. Oh, by the way, we forgot to mention current standings. I am currently in 6th place. That's not good. You are in 2nd place, and in 1st place, Roro Ames. So congratulations. Right now he's 113 to 50. You are 109 to 54 in 2nd place. So you need to make up some ground, buddy. You need to make up some ground.
I got the right picks for it this week.
Oh, if anybody's wondering, like 1st place is 113. I am all the way down to 103. So I really need to make some moves. Anyway, let's continue. Sunday, we move on to the Sunday games. We have, first off, what has the potential of being a very interesting game if Aaron Rodgers plays. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Chicago Bears. The Steelers. Oh, wait, you go first.
Okay. I made a weird move here.
Steelers 6-4, Bears 7-4, 7-3. Okay, go ahead. What's your weird move?
I took the Steelers.
You took the Steelers, really? Elaborate.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers
Because Aaron Rodgers.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that even in the year that Jordan Love was in there, but. Freaking what's that? Sorry, I got distracted. Even in the year that Jordan Love played against the Bears while Rodgers was there, the Packers still beat the Bears.
Yes.
Which makes me think that it's not about Rodgers playing. It's about his presence.
It's him being in the building.
Yes.
It's like Obi-Wan in the high ground, and high ground existing.
As long as there is a high ground, and as long as there is an Aaron Rodgers, he has the power over the Bears.
All right, listen.
So I think he's gonna be in their heads.
Fair enough. All right, so things to consider. Aaron Rodgers is injured. He may not play. Supposedly he was doing everything he can to play, but I don't know how dark the room he has to be in, to focus on his arm healing faster. Fortunately, it's not his arm. It's not his ball throwing arm. Steelers have not looked great. They managed to beat the Bengals with a backup, but still it's the Bengals. The Bears, on the other hand, I think you can, as of right now, point to them as the team that has been progressive, that the most has gotten progressively better, like little by little. You can see steps being taken from week to week. Now, the Patriots have gotten a lot better, but it was, exponentially better. The Bears, you saw, okay, they're working on this week. They got a little bit better here, a little bit better here, a little bit better here. So they've been consistently getting better. The Steelers have been extremely volatile, and it all depends on if their defense shows up. So I'm going to go with the Bears. Bears at home. I think they're equal on equal ground. So for the first time, I think all season, I'm picking the Bears. So there you go. Let's see what God says. God went with home. Oh, of course. God went with the Bears.
Except they're not on equal ground. There is a high ground.
Maybe. But I like what Ben Johnson's been doing there. Because it's not been perfect. It's definitely not been pretty. But it's been little by little. So we'll see. Next, and also, I like the story. This is like, okay, we're slaying one of our demons, right? It's they beat the Vikings, all right? So that's one demon slayed. Now it's demon Aaron Rodgers, so that could be the second demon. Then, eventually they beat the Packers and maybe the Lions. So it's little by little, and I like that. It's good. It's good story development. But let's continue.
No, the best story is that they get wrecked by Rodgers, and then they go on to beat the Packers. They beat the Lions, and then they meet in the Super Bowl against Rodgers. You know what? Rodgers obliterates them yet again.
You know what? I'll give it to you. That is a better story. That is a better story. Next, we have the New England Patriots visiting the Cincinnati Bengals.
Patriots, moving on.
Yeah, let's just move on. Nothing to see here.
Will there be spitting?
No, because Jamar Chase is suspended. Got
He didn't do
the
it.
Bengals.
He told me.
He will lie.
He's a good Christian boy.
Yeah. The one wrinkle I could see here is that maybe Joe Burrow returns. I doubt it, and he shouldn't. So that's, to me, that's the bigger thing. Joe Burrow, just stay home. Just stay home. Jamar's not playing this one. Well, the one thing that they have is that the season's not 100% lost yet, but, you know, not looking too
If
good.
they can't give you a fucking O-line and a defense, don't go there.
Yeah, definitely. Do it for your own health. Next, we have the New Jersey Giants facing the Detroit Lions. The Giants, it's not confirmed whether or not Jackson Dart will be playing. So, Eric, you go first.
Lions, per favor.
Yep.
They're gonna munch on some kneecaps.
Let's see what God says. God win with home. The Lions. Yeah, I mean, what has it been? 2 seasons since the Lions have lost back-to-back games. So, come on. I don't see that changing here. I see them being mad that they got beat, embarrassed by the Eagles. So, they're going to be looking to take it out on the New Jersey Giants. Also, Lions are a different team at home. So, sucks for the Giants, but things do not look pretty for them. Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Vikings, they got to be desperate. This is desperation time. They need to start winning and winning fast. The Packers, also desperation time. If they lose one game, they're out of the playoffs probably. So, who is going to show up? I really like the Minnesota defense. They've been really good. The issue has been the offense. JJ McCarthy has not appeared to be the truth yet. So will the Vikings be able to take down the Packers? 9. So I'm going to go with the Packers at home on this one. Eric, who do you like?
I mean, unfortunately, what's bigger than 9?
10. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Let's see what God says.
Flawless logic.
Got one away. Listen, the Packers, on paper, man, they should be unstoppable. And if their wide receivers don't drop their balls, don't drop their passes, they'd score 20 more points per game. I think they're trying to score 27 on purpose every single week. I think that's like a thing. That's like, you know,
They're just trying to keep the NFL scripted storyline going.
yeah, like they're just aiming for that 27. They're like, no, because we're making this happen. It's like, who is it? Like they were trying to make a prophecy happen. God, this is gonna bug me. And I'll probably remember at some point. Like the bad guys were doing everything they could just to force a prophecy to take place. But damn, I'll remember it eventually.
Dune?
What?
Dune?
Kind of, I guess. But there was one that was even more obvious. And they say it. No, we'll make this prophecy happen. But next, we have the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Tennessee Titans. No discussion needed, I'm assuming.
Moving on.
I agree with you. I'm gonna take the Seattle Seahawks. God went with the way, so there you go. No. I mean, Seahawks lost to the Rams, but come on, let's not even waste our audience's time. Next, probably
respect their intelligence.
Probably the most interesting matchup of the weekend. We have the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. So. Interesting matchup here for various reasons. Colts coming off a bye. Chiefs just lost to the Broncos on the road. They are at home. Here's where things get interesting. The Chiefs actually have a pretty decent run defense. And the key to beating the Colts is you need to stop Jonathan Taylor. On the other side of the field, the Colts don't have the best passing defense. So Patrick Mahomes should be able to throw on them. So it's on paper, it's one of those things where you're like, man, things appear to be tilted towards the Chiefs. However, we remember how good the Colts have been the entire season. And I am not going to believe in a pathetic team that's not even in the playoff picture like the Chiefs. So I'm picking the Colts. Eric, who do you like?
Wrong question. Who am I gonna pick?
All right, who you gonna
Okay.
pick? And you're gonna pick the Chiefs, right?
I'm gonna pick the Chiefs.
Excellent,
You
excellent
already know.
choice.
You already know the strat. You already
Yeah.
know the strat,
Whenever you pick the Chiefs, they lose.
and I'm okay with that.
Good.
And I'm far enough ahead of you that I can do it.
I respect that. I respect that. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. See what God says. God picked home. God went with the Chiefs. All right. All right. Loser. Next, we have the New Jersey Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And actually, this is a mistake. Because Tyrod Taylor has officially been called the starter, so I needed to get Justin Fields out of here. However, I forgot that they existed. So I need to.
I'm sorry. I just thought you meant that the Jets were a mistake.
I mean, of course. There ain't nobody fighting me on that one. But yeah, Eric, you go first on this one. And
Yeah. Thank you for playing.
Yeah. All right. I agree with you. Baltimore Ravens. They're on a hot streak.
You know
Gotta
how
pick
in Smash Brothers Melee, when somebody like you're selecting characters and whatnot, and you're ready to go. You're playing with friends, so you got 4 players.
Or enemies.
You're all selecting your characters. Yeah, and somebody picked like the wrong color or something, so you start the game and you immediately just hit close the game.
Yeah,
and
kill it.
go back to the menu.
Mm-hmm.
And then you immediately just go to the scene where everybody's just clapping.
Mm-hmm.
That's just I'm just gonna jump straight to that when it's a
shit game.
it's one of these matchups.
And when it's so
we're just
so obvious.
undo the whole conversation and just like.
Okay. I listen, I agree and I understand. And this one's actually going to be a little bit complicated for you. Because we have the Cleveland Browns visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. 2 bottom of the barrel teams facing each other. I'm going to go with the Browns for obvious reasons. Hate the Raiders. And the Raiders suck even more. So at least the Browns have a defense. So I don't know how you feel about it.
I think the winner of this game is gonna be me because I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I'll go with the Raiders because they're at home.
All right. Interesting.
Pete Carroll can't be happy about all this losing.
Got picked away. No, dude. There's rumors about Pete getting fired and stuff. I think Chip Kelly should be fired at least. But yeah, there's rumors that the GM and Pete getting fired. So, you know what? Good. Yes. Smart. Keep doing that, Raiders. Keep doing that. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Eric, you go first.
Considering I'm pretty sure Arizona doesn't even want to play anymore, I'm gonna stick with Duval.
All right. Considering that the Cardinals are at home and it's illegal for them to win at home, I'm going to go with the stupid Jacksonville Jaguars, who looked really good last week, which means they're probably going to suck and lose to the Cardinals this week, but whatever. Whatever. Got picked away. Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, who looked unstoppable against the Raiders. And, against the Raiders. The Eagles, who could not move the ball. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one. I'm
taking the Eagles as well.
Yeah. Until somebody can go up against that defense and actually show that they can, put some hurt on them, I'm gonna stick with the freaking Eagles. That's crazy. The Eagles now have what was the joke that I heard today? The Eagles now have 3 players named Jalen, and the worst one of them plays quarterback. So
that's good, actually.
that's great fucking the writing. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Eagles. Who are you picking?
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles as well.
Yeah, fair enough. See, got picked away. Sticking with the Eagles. Next, interesting matchup. Hard to decide, honestly. Except, for anybody not named Derek, this one's probably going to be difficult to decide. But we have the Atlanta Falcons with Kirk Cousins under center taking on the New Orleans Saints. Eric, who do you like?
I mean, I don't like the Falcons.
I mean,
Fuck them.
exactly. But do you like the Saints?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with the Saints for the first time this season. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Okay. Saints at home.
Playing at home. The Falcons, they're retarded.
Listen,
There's a good chance here.
listen. I was kind of hoping you would go with the Falcons because I wanted to pick the Saints. Just again because they're at home, and the last time they played, they beat the Panthers, and the Panthers just beat the Falcons. So if you know, just going through that little, so theoretically, the Falcons should beat this. I mean, the Saints should beat the Falcons. So,
Unless you go by Pokemon triangle rules.
interesting. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with the Falcons because I need to make a move, and this seems as good as any to make a move. To be honest,
You're making a move with the Falcons.
I know I'm gonna live to regret this. Got picked home, so, but I got picked the Saints. Shocker, shocker. Next, phenomenal game on paper. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the red hot LA Rams. All right, so Buccaneers, we do not know if Bucky Irving will be playing. We do not know if Chris Godwin will be playing. So, on the other hand, the Rams, they look like the best team in the NFL. They are, I wouldn't say like the best at any particular thing, except maybe quarterback play this season. You know, let's say they're like an A- offense. They're an A- defense. They're like an A, let's say A-.
They're just an A- team.
Yeah, but it's consistent. Like it's on all phases. Like there's some teams that are A+ in one thing, B in another, and so they kind of level out. The Rams are like really, really good at everything. They're not the best. Like they're not the best defense. They're not the best offense. But and they're healthy. They're somewhat healthy. So I get to pick first. And I don't like it because I think you're going to pick the Rams too. But I mean, that's the Rams at home. The Buccaneers, they're kind of in the middle of their midseason implosion. So if Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin were playing for sure, I'd take the risk, but not right now. I'm going to go with the Rams. Who do you like?
I'll go with the Rams too. Right now, they don't give me any reason to doubt them. And unfortunately, I don't think the Bucks are going to turn it on until like week 16 or something.
Yeah, I mean, and with their division, they don't really have to. All right, so God picked the way.
Don't talk shit about the Panthers.
Well, that's actually what we're talking about. Monday Night Football. We have the Carolina Panthers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Eric, who do you like?
Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers.
This is one of the things.
Although I will say I am surprised that the spread for this game is so large.
What's the spread?
The 49ers are -7 for the Niners.
Really?
Which I mean they're only one game of
Yeah, it's 7-4 with 6-5.
difference.
Yeah. I mean, the 49ers are there without their two best defensive players and without their starting QB most of the season. Like,
Right, but the Carolina Panthers are there by being the Carolina Panthers.
you know what? You're right. That is a fact. That is a fact. I'm going to pick the 49ers as well. I'm not going to make a move on the Panthers right now. The 49ers are at home. The Panthers are also a very bipolar team. Like, they beat the Packers, then they lose to the Saints, then they beat the Falcons. So this should be a down week. It's interesting because if you look at it, you're like, man, the freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers are so lucky because right now they are 6-4. The Panthers are 6-5. That's the only thing that's keeping them out of the playoffs. And the Panthers go up against the freaking 49ers the same week that they're going up against the freaking LA Rams. So that things should stay copacetic. So they're just lucky.
Oh, you've been waiting to use that word.
Copacetic?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you have that in your back pocket.
I use it quite regularly in my.
Oh, you're a very copacetic guy.
It is how I am known.
That's what everybody says about you.
Yeah, it's the first
All
thing.
over the place.
It's the first thing everybody says about me. Like, man, the Dario guy, he's so copacetic. Do you want to check out the playoff picture or nah?
Sure. Throw it on there real quick.
All right, it's not loading. Wow, here we go. All right, just moving up. There you go.
Hey, look at that. The Chiefs are not in there.
No, I mean, because they're losers, obviously. Let's just make this large.
God, that's an ugly Bills logo.
Yep. All right. So Broncos bye week, and so they will. All right. Let's see. What do you think is likely to change based on this week's games? The Jaguars have a chance to go up to number 6. That's likely to happen. The Bills will probably stay where they are.
The Patriots might take the 1 seed, right?
Yeah, I mean, if the Patriots win, they're the 1 seed, easy. Colts will move on to number 2 if they win. I mean, if they beat the Chiefs, they'll move up to number 2. The Broncos will drop all the way down to 3. Rams.
Did the Broncos lose to the Colts?
Yes. Do you remember the leverage play?
Oh, with the block field goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of their 2 losses in the season. One against the Colts and one against the Chargers back to back. Texans, they'll go down to 5-6. Chiefs down to 5-6. Ravens might go up and take control of the division finally. What's more likely? The Steelers drop or the Bears drop? Because they're going up against each other.
Steelers.
One of those 2 is going to drop.
Steelers.
Steelers? All right. You fair enough. You remember you picked the Steelers to win, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, if the NFL is gonna be so schizo this season, then so am I.
Fair enough.
Hello, Cat.
All right.
How are you doing, Cat?
You think it's more likely that the Packers drop or that the 49ers drop?
Packers, they're going against the Vikings.
Yep. All right. Okay. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. There's still a lot of football to be played, and I can't wait for the stupid bye weeks to be done so that everybody has the same number of games. But I think the 49ers have their bye week until week 14, which is crazy. So, all right. That's it. That's good for today. Is there anything else you want to add before we skedaddle out of here?
Let us do the skedaddling.
All right, cool. All right. It hits different when your team doesn't play that week, huh?
It feels kind of nice. It's like, good. Let them rest.
Let him heal. As always, comments, questions, suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff really helps me out. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.